C.
One of the major things that brought me to this was actually Kelly Marcel, who's written all of them and is directing this third one.
And action!
He's deteriorating without his host. Put him below the others. Safer there. I think her direction is just so precise, but also she's having a great time.
Yeah, so good.
I've been a fan of hers for a very long time, and I think she is a really uniquely talented person.
Good, cut.
Kelly has the whole film in her head, but she's also very trusting of the people she's brought to the film.
Well, I worked with Kelly on the second one, and so it's interesting when she's transitioned to directing this one. I was like excited for her. It's a great opportunity for her, but she's killing it.
What's really special is she brings a lot of people that she cares about and has worked with before. So it feels like a real family that I've been invited into.
Kelly called me up and said, I'm doing Venom 3. Would love you to come and shoot it. And I was like, yeah, I was totally up for it straight away.
I was so grateful to be surrounded by people that I love and that I knew would absolutely bring it for me.
Eddie, I'm Dr. Payne.
Where's my friend?
He's safe for now. I think her relationship with Tom is very special. They seem to have a really, really genuine, heartfelt friendship.
And action!
You can't be here, Martin.
You gonna use that one?
Well, Tom and I obviously worked together quite closely on Venom 1 and 2.
What was that?
To watch it go from writing, producing, to producing, writing, and directing, and the third one was amazing.
It was such a lovely, beautiful ending to be able to see it from inception all the way through to the end and really hold it and know that it is what Tom and I intended it to be.
The only person I know that could deliver to challenge myself was Kelly, and it was all hers.
We've had such a wonderful time making these Venom movies with each other. So we really had this kind of fun, creative energy coming into this third movie.
Eddie, yeah, baby. Seriously, you could get voted People's Sexiest Man of the Year.
I've won Sexy Man Awards before.
Of course you have.
I don't think that there are many times in your life that you get to work with your best mate on a massive movie. It's really lovely and unique.
With Kelly having such an understanding of the characters because she's wrote it with Tom, she creates a wonderful environment for you to be able to just play. And Kelly really encourages that beautifully.
Monsters.
That's where you can really kind of find the magic within it.
The darkness has
We want the movies to be recognizable to the fans. So we definitely are using a lot of canon. So we use the characters from the comics and we use moments from the comics, but we sort of build a new story, which is the axis on which these characters kind of spin.
Life's one big adventure. Who doesn't love making new friends?
Right?
It's daunting, you know, as both a fan of comics and because you want to service the fans of these stories.
All of her ideas from the internal come out directly as she wanted them or saw them manifest in this opulent, epic film.
What Kelly's done with this film is really on a huge scale.
You gotta go big.
It doesn't always work when the writer directs, but when it does, it's really thrilling.
Okay, we're set and action.
I would work with Kelly Marcel forever and always.
Love it.
Right from the script to the way that she makes the film, the scope of it, the scale of it, the detail of it, you know, it's just very rich.
And also it's just a lot of fun.
Action.
I just wanted to do something that was a bit lighter, full of action, and just good fun with a lot of good people.
It was great fun. I really enjoyed it.
It's a huge production, but there's a real pleasing freedom to the creative process. And that's really down to Kelly.
Go, cut.
It's a beginning for her that's gonna go for years and years into a lot of different projects. She's been a treat.
She's just one of the most incredible, badass people I've ever met.
She's brilliant. She's amazing.
As everybody, I'm sure, would agree, the more female directors, the better, and she's one that I definitely think will inspire others.
3, 2, 1, action!
I think it's a really once-in-a-lifetime thing to experience the growth of your friends, now stepping into shoes that are rightly hers.
That concludes this day and principal photography. Thank you very much, everybody. Job well done, everybody.
Okay, here you go.
3, 2, 1, go!
The scope is insane. It's just cool to have all the toys to work with.
It's more expansive, there are more locations.
A lot of explosions, a lot of action.
There's parachuting, there's falling off a plane.
I still can't tell you what was going on. There was loads of different stuff flying about. I'm still like, what the?
What's big on this one is we're really trying to get the actors involved in their own stunts. That's been the biggest challenge so far. That's the fun of it.
Okay, Tom, when you're happy, mask off. Thank you, Tom.
The stunt department laid out a lot of underwater work, which is epic.
Chris Corbold, the head of special effects, built us this insane rapids tank with like 6 pumps that are pushing rapids water so fast and so aggressively.
Which allowed us to have a controlled environment. Tom did most of his own stuff down the river, being chased by 6 special operatives.
Everything that we could shoot practically, we shot in real environments. Dropping people off ospreys into real water, that's all real.
Safety in, safety in, safety in. Nice work, what's with you?
We kind of built everything around the idea that the movie had to feel real and grounded.
The more effects I think that you can do for real in camera, the better.
Trying to figure out on the day how to achieve it has been an interesting challenge.
I think the audience can tell when it's purely visual effects, and then there are things that we just can't achieve, obviously, in a movie like this. Every sequence is a marriage of practical effects, practical action, and visual effects.
All 3 explosions happen here.
A lot of action is shot by a second unit director. Brian was the first person I hired on this movie. He was a second unit director on Venom 2. I've learned so much from him.
The stuff that we're working on at the moment is really exciting. It's an incredible action sequence. It tracks all of these characters, all of their motivations in a really engaging way.
I'm gonna round them up. Have the chopper follow me.
I think it's one of the biggest sets in terms of landmass that I've ever worked on, actually.
Go big or go home.
We're blessed when using these studios to have such a vast backdrop.
Go!
In total, we're just under 30 vehicles, and that's what it's taken to sort of bring this set to life.
Tonight's been good. We added a little bit of extra spice, so we're going to have a little car jump through the middle.
Guys, let's go up 15 feet. 3, 2, 1, action!
The complicated part of it is timing and just to space the action out, leaving room to portray a creature that isn't there.
I would say Munito.
It's been really cool to have all this stuff you kind of thought of as a kid when you're so infatuated with the possibility of aliens and this secret place in the middle of nowhere.
Tom, he's a big bike man, so that's always a bit nerve-wracking when you're building a bike for a lead actor who's into his bikes. They're extremely high-performance KTMs, so they're very, very powerful.
I love working with Tom. He kind of is frustratingly talented in the sense that his arc for learning is so fast.
There was quite a lot, and all of that was in Crocs or one cowboy boot.
Best shoes ever!
One of the best parts about making this movie has been the team surrounding it. Kelly's been awesome, working with the second director, Brian Smurfs, and my personal team. It's like a traveling family. Just been a really good experience all the way around.
Tom's just thrilling to watch. It's a virtuoso performance because he's playing two characters.
Yeah, baby.
The Tom-Venom combination is so magical and so unique.
Tom is very special. I honestly couldn't imagine anybody else doing it.
Thank you. He's fantastic, you know what I mean? He's really made this character his own.
I feel secure acting with him. He's amazing. But don't tell him that.
Writing Venom, Tom and I hole up in a room for a week and we just riff, and we end up with pages and pages of thoughts and ideas.
We are so money and we know it!
Having Tom obviously is amazing because he can read me the scenes both as Eddie and Venom, and I can hear if they're working or not. And that's a really unique position to be in. And he's really generous in that way. Like, he'll give you all his time and he'll play everybody else as well. And it is so fun.
You have chocolate! Yum!
It's magic watching him do this because this is obviously his baby. He's cared about it from the minute he stepped into this universe. And I think he really cares about it from all different angles, you know, from a producer angle, from an actor angle, but then also from an emotional, personal angle. And getting to work with him is something that I feel any actor would be excited to do, but also to get to do it on a project that is his baby. Yeah, I feel very lucky.
Watching Tom Hardy at work, first of all, I never thought I'd be able to say that. That's pretty crazy. But what I appreciate is how he comes at it with almost like a childlike energy. Of course, between action and cut, he's Eddie Brock and he's doing his thing and takes the job very seriously. But what I really respect is after cut, he's just like shooting the shit with everybody.
Everybody think of him as this like a serious, dramatic actor, which he is. But when it comes to comedy, man, he's so flexible. And he's such a great improviser. He just loves to play.
One would think, given the constraints of having to play an imagined character and a character that exists in the moment, he might want to stick steadfastly to a status quo, but quite the opposite. He's loose and free and an incredibly generous actor to work with. I've absolutely loved every second of being on the screen with him.
Action.
Can I be here? I can't be here, Martin.
It was great fun. The comedy elements of it, you know what I mean? Tom's fantastic in it, playing that kind of duality and that two characters thing that he has going on with it. It's brilliant.
Want a hand?
Yes. Let me knock him out. What are you doing?
He was being a dick.
It's an extraordinary character that he's created between Eddie and Venom. They're so distinct and have these completely sort of different, engaging personalities that are sort of two sides of him.
You're bad people.
Yeah, we are.
And I just find that incredible to see him tap into.
So nothing died on that plate, Namaste, man. Thank you.
Hard pass.
That whole relationship between Eddie and Venom, the friction, and the love they have, the reluctant growing love that those two characters have for each other. You know, it's a rare thing to see on film, actually, that kind of strange schizophrenia explored to such an extent is kind of cool.
We're the band and you could be the groupie.
Come on! Don't be square.
Don't get me started. I didn't know that he also fully does the voice of Venom and that he has Venom playing in his ear so he can be communicating with Venom. And I think what he brings to both Eddie and Venom is something very human.
Don't be scared.
I feel like it's the first one where the relationship between Venom and Tom's character, that there's such range that they get to explore together. And I'm excited for how vulnerable it is.
Sometimes I think we would have been happier with a life like this. You know?
Yeah. I know. There's a real melancholy to Tom's performance. There's a sense of the inevitable, and the way he's exploring that is beautiful, I think. And there are scenes towards the end of the film which are full of pathos, and I think they'll be very moving.
We'll never leave this place, friend.
I thought we were gonna be the lethal protector.
We are. That's what this is.
The ending becomes, I think, very emotional because you've come to care so much about Eddie and Venom. And Tom and I knew we wanted to end it like this, but it was surprising how emotional it was. It was really surprising for both of us as well, how kind of teary we got, because that's 8 years of our lives. So it's been an amazing journey. And his performance throughout all 3 of these movies has been just absolutely extraordinary.
Let's go! Road trip!
Go! Good dog?
Go.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
Wow! You hungry, baby?
I could eat a turd.
Oh, you could eat what? A turd?
It's just a shipwreck anyway, and they're tired of the tourists.
We don't exist down here. Oh, your thumbprint doesn't work today. Let's try mine.
Probably just open.
He is living darkness! The embodiment of... I forgot what I was supposed to say.
P-A-R-T-Y. Party! Party! P-A-R-T-Y. Do it with me! P-A-R-T-Y. Party!
So, nothing on this plate. Oh, died. Namaste, man. Thank you.
Hard pass!
Oh, dear.
Sounds speeding.
Dad!
You are an asshole!
Where's my shoe?
Oh, is it?
Oh, hey, buddy. That's my shoe. That's my shoe. Thank you.
Why you laughing?
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Is that good for you?
Ready, and action.
This is very much a road trip movie. So Eddie and Venom meet all kinds of characters along the way and also run into characters that we love from previous movies, and they're all brilliant actors.
It's very, very exciting, and I'm learning new things.
To be expert was great. I really enjoyed it. They're really fun pieces to do.
I've been thrilled and amazed every day to come onto these sets, working with some brilliant actors.
I'm so grateful to come and be a part of this mad, wild, wonderful universe. I also believe in aliens, so It's pretty tight.
It's a very close-knit cast and set and crew, actually. Given that it's such an enormous production, it really does feel like a cool, independent film in terms of vibes.
Let's dance, baby.
Mrs. Chen is obviously a fan favourite, and we always knew she was coming back for Venom 3. You can't have a Venom movie without Peggy Lou.
Mrs. Chen used to be a cranky pants until she's drunk, and now she's like partying her butt off. P-N-R-T-Y, party, party! I actually had to go out and get drunk to see what it feels like.
I actually wanted people to see Peggy be glamorous, and I was just like, this just kind of feels like it needs to be a dance routine. Like, I don't know, it's that crazy, and everyone was like, let's do it.
I started off this dance routine like a robot. And now I have become a ballerina. You'll be going, shit, is that Mrs. Chen?
It was really special to give her an epic moment in the movie and Venom's literal last dance.
Strickland.
Strickland authorized. Rex Strickland is a character from the comics, and I always knew I wanted Chiwetel to play Strickland. I happened to know him, so I emailed him, and I was like, Chiwetel, it's my directorial debut. Will you come? And he was like, of course I'm coming. And I was so grateful.
Okay. Coming in as a 2-star general, trying to play this part, you know, you kind of want to feel comfortable with all the military aspects, and what's been great is to have military people, to speak to military people on set, to get a full 3-dimensional understanding of what a kind of facility like this might run like. And so all of that has been brilliantly realized.
We contain them, you study them. That's how it works.
Action!
He's just one of the greatest actors of our generation. We're so unbelievably lucky to have him in this role.
There's a lot of laughter and a lot of lightness on set, but there's also really strong, powerful themes that run through the story. And I know that that's something that is quite unique about the Venom universe. So I've really engaged with that.
Cool story.
I have the privilege of working a lot with Chiwetel in this. They have this kind of playful relationship, but it stems from a place of really not liking each other, and I think genuinely disagreeing on how to handle, treat, and respect the things they find in the great beyond. I think you've watched too many alien invasion movies, Rex.
Have I?
Instead of going for the archetypal hard military scientist, I was like, what about if it's someone that just has this kind of wide-eyed awe?
Wow, he's so beautiful. Every single department on this is bringing their A game, and it's just a pleasure to walk into set every day and then to get to play with your castmates, and truly I'm in awe of them.
Juno in real life is in awe of everything. And I remember her walking on the lab set for the first time. She's just speechless. You can show her anything and she's like, that's amazing, you know? And I was like, this is so perfect for her character.
Seeing the attention to detail that everyone has put into this is just blowing my mind. And I am having such an amazing time with the cast on this job. Honestly, it's been a dream.
Cut, please. Go again.
Single speed.
Action.
There is a dark, cold sea around this universe.
Me and Kelly had a really good conversation right at the very beginning about kind of, you know, how he was going to look. She showed me the images that they had and explained the kind of look that they were going for. I wanted him to be a polar opposite to Venom. So, you know, I wanted him to be kind of very calm and very tranquil. And he had this movement of flow, so everything flowed. So then we said that the voice could be kind of like water. That kind of then influenced the performance, do you know what I mean, to a massive extent.
The end is now.
When it comes to the symbiotes, I actually get to be 2 different ones, which is pretty cool. I get to be She-Venom for a hot second, which is really dope. And then I transfer into a different symbiote, which is Christmas themed, which is pretty cool. It's just been so much fun. Honestly, it's one of the best dynamics I have ever had. Juno is like a close friend now, I would say, and it's just been really lovely with everyone.
It really is an amazing cast. Every person that I wanted, the first choice for each role, said yes. So I was exceptionally lucky, and I was so grateful to be surrounded by people that I know and love and that I knew would absolutely bring it for me, and they did.
Be sure you get my good side. Kidding, they're all good. I'm ready, go. What you got?
Tonight, we're uncovering the last 6 years of Eddie Brock's scandals.
Brock has a big secret.
Brock's career is thinking about much.
To finally answer the question, Brock, friend or foe? We sit down with the only friend we could find. Do you remember the first time you met Eddie Brock?
Oh, Eddie and I go way back. He's been slouching into my shop for years.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
How you doing, Eddie?
Aches and pains, aches and pains.
Real roller coaster of a career, that one. He was a reporter like you. Well, not like you, because Eddie was good. No offense. Some offense. Eddie had a really rough time when his fiancée left.
Many blame Brock for getting Anne fired, which forced her to break off their engagement.
That's when all his trouble started. Don't worry, baby. I'm still single. Well, mostly. But it was that awful Life Foundation that wrecked him.
Have a nice day.
Of course, they never got to work out. Thank you.
Eddie was the one who revealed the corruption, and they came after him hard. Got him fired and wrecked his reputation. Now, I don't know much about Carlton Drake, but I do know you blow up one rocket, it's an accident.
We learned so much.
Blow up two, and that's on you.
Online rumors say there's evidence that Life Foundation founder Carlton Drake was experimenting with so-called symbiotes before meeting a suspicious death.
Thankfully, Eddie found a friend in all that mess who helped him get his life back on track. They even helped me take out a little trash out of my store.
You will eat your face right off your head.
And what was Eddie's next big story?
Hold on. I thought this is about my story. Mrs. Chen, let me talk to the producer.
Let's try that again. What was Eddie's next big story?
The Cletus Cassidy thing.
Cletus Cassidy was institutionalized as a child before going on a killing spree and marrying his childhood love, Frances Barrison.
Eddie and his buddy broke the case wide open, showed the cops where all the bodies were buried. Eddie was back on top again. Anyway, then Cassidy broke out and came looking for Eddie. It was carnage all over San Francisco.
And extremely dangerous.
Until he finally caught up with Eddie in the church, and that was it.
Do you have any idea where he would be right now?
If it was me, in Fiji making my tan lines disappear. But knowing Eddie, maybe check the bottom of a bottle in Mexico. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am jumping on a flight to Las Vegas, baby. Blackjack and Cosmos and pool boys named Raul. Ta-ta! Eddie Brock!
Mrs. Chen! Hello! Eddie.